M N
6093 Thriller, Someone at the Top of the Stairs, Part 1, Take 1.
E
I'm sorry. I said I'm sorry.
Come about the room.
That's right.
Yes, you see, my friend and I wanted to get a place. I'm over here on a study course.
We have a beautiful room, and it should suit you marvelously. It's all prepared for you.
For us?
Well, someone very like you. You're such pretty girls. Such pretty, pretty girls. Come along. I'm Mrs. Oxy. I live right there, should you want anything, and don't hesitate to call day or night. I like company.
Oh, well, we haven't made up our minds yet.
Oh, really? It's a marvelous room. Isn't it, Mr. Patrick? This is Mr. Patrick. These two young ladies are going to join our happy household. They love it here, won't they?
Oh, yes, you'll be marvelously happy here. Excuse me. Oh, I'm sorry.
It's on the first floor. I keep saying room, but it's more a teeny apartment, really.
Oh, it's lovely. It's not bad.
Yes. Everything's en suite. Except the bathroom, and that's just across the hall.
Oh. That's fantastic, isn't it, Chrissy? A lot better than we expected.
But I don't think we can afford it. Mrs.
Oxy.
Oxy, see, we're kind of on a budget.
How much would you say was fair?
Don't you have a set price?
I like people to be happy.
Well, we had set our limit at £24 a month.
Well, let's call it that then. You can move in right away if you want to.
But we have to get our luggage from the station, but don't you want references?
Like you, my dears, I want you to have it.
She wants us to... Ah, relic of a previous owner.
Very previous, if this paper's anything to go by. 1852.
What?
Yes.
You're kidding. Oh, it is.
Let's see. Oh, look. Good luck charm.
Yeah.
You do like it here, don't you, Chrissy?
Of course I like it. Just seemed too good to be true, that's all.
Chrissy, up.
Ah, good morning. You must be one of the new tenants.
Gillian Pemberton, yes.
Colonel Wright.
I didn't expect anyone else to be up this early.
Ex-soldier and all that. Old habits die hard. Besides, this is the most marvellous time of day.
Oh, dear. Well, hello. What's your name?
Teddy's broken.
Oh, dear, he is, isn't he? Well, maybe he's all broken up like that because you loved him too much, huh?
He's just a toy. He isn't real.
Oh, but he's a friendly toy.
I wish he was real.
Don't you have any real animals? A cat or a dog or anything?
No, I wish I did.
Oh, well, maybe for Christmas or your birthday, huh?
Jonathan? Oh, there you are. I do hope he hasn't been bothering you.
Not at all. We were just getting acquainted.
I think you met my husband last evening. I'm Mrs. Patrick, Emma.
I'm Chrissy Morton. It's nice to know you.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh.
And there's my roommate, Gillian Pemberton.
Oh.
This is Mrs. Patrick.
How do you
Hello.
do? Well, now, there's anything I can do to help you settle in. We're right next door. You just have to knock.
Oh, thank you very much.
Come along then, Jonathan. Come along, Jonathan.
You're going to be late, aren't you?
My class doesn't start until 10:15.
Oh, lucky you.
Oh, here, have a sip of this.
Oh, great. Lovely. Okay. I'll see you tonight then.
Bye-bye.
Marvelous. Marvelous.
Thanks a lot. Try to put those things in the kitchen. I'm Gillian Pemberton.
John Elgar.
Aha! I thought these would brighten up the place a bit.
Very pretty. Yes, they'll be very pretty. An echo of yourself.
I keep telling Chrissy. She's my roommate. How lucky we are to have this place. Everyone's so nice.
Gillian!
Ah!
What's going on?
I thought these would sort of personalize the place a bit. John's been helping me. He lives down the hall. This is John Elgar, by the way. Chrissy Morton.
Hi, John. How are you?
Hello.
Oh, no, is he cute?
Isn't he sweet?
Is he for us?
No, for Jonathan, the little boy next door.
Will Mrs. Oxy let him keep it?
Oh, I never thought of that.
Don't worry, Mrs. Oxy's wild about cats. You won't have a problem there, I promise you.
Oh, I hope not. I'm gonna go give it to him before he goes to bed. Excuse me. Come on, babe. Come on.
Yoo-hoo.
What a marvelous surprise. And such a kind thought.
Oh, well, he was saying this morning how he'd like a real animal. And it just so happened that the janitor, I guess you call him a caretaker here. Well, anyway, he was going to have him put away, and I just couldn't let it happen. Now, you sure you don't mind too much?
Mind? What is there to mind? A little thing like that. It's marvelous of you. And what do you say, Jonathan?
Come on, Jonathan. Say thank you to Miss Morton.
He's marvellous.
We don't seem to have brought him up very well.
Oh, well, he's just excited, that's all.
Will you come in and have a drink with us, Chrissy?
Oh, I've got to help Gillian with dinner. Another time, huh?
Any other time. Thanks again.
Well, that deserves a cup of coffee. Or some supper, if you'd like.
Coffee would be fine. I've some work to catch up on later. I'll bet he flipped. Jonathan, the kitten.
No, not flipped exactly, but he was pleased. Marvelously pleased.
We do have some biscuits, don't we?
Yeah, I think so. John, have you lived here long?
Quite a while.
You must know most of the people in the house then, huh?
Know all of them.
Well, who lives, upstairs?
Why, you two.
No, I mean at the very top of the house.
Oh, you mean Mr. C,
Mr. C.
the oldest inhabitant. Been here longer than any of us.
Longer than Mrs. Oxy?
Even her. I think he comes with the house. A part of it.
Well, I haven't seen him yet.
Well, he's pretty old, you know. Something of a recluse. But you'll see him sooner or later. You're bound to.
He's handsome, cultured, intelligent, and single.
Who is?
John Elka. What are you looking for?
A blue bra. I was going to wear it tomorrow.
Oh, it's in the top drawer.
No, it was, but maybe I put it in the wash. Oh, well. Did you hear that?
That's probably the kid next door having a nightmare.
It didn't sound like that. It sounded like an animal.
What are you doing? Huh? Chrissy, my dear, that's the door to the cellar. The stairs are steep and very uneven. You might have had a terrible accident. We don't want that, do we?
No.
The back door is there, my dear.
Ah, fine. Thanks.
It was last night. I must have left the window open. I don't know how the poor little thing managed to climb up there, but it obviously did and fell.
Oh, we didn't know about it ourselves until this morning, and then I found it lying in the yard. Poor little thing.
I hid it. Didn't want Jonathan to see it. You understand?
We didn't know how to tell you either. Of course, we would have told you. Eventually.
We're terribly sorry.
Terribly.
Oh, they must still be here. I know they were here. You haven't seen them, have you, Chrissy?
What?
My tights. The ones with the pattern on. You haven't seen them, have you?
No.
Oh, I suppose you don't have a class this morning.
No.
Look, I don't mind if you borrow them as long as you tell me.
I don't have them, Jillian. Take a pair of mine.
Oh, thanks. What are you going to do with yourself this morning?
I don't know. Go somewhere and think.
I hope you've forgiven me. Collision, suitcase, red polka dot pants all over the road.
Yes, hello.
Better make it more formal this time. Masters, Gary Masters. Really, how interesting to meet you, Gary, and what do you do? Well, I'm here in London on an art scholarship, but my home is in Cambridge. How interesting. And what do you do?
I'm sorry. My name is Chrissy Morton. I'm a student, too.
Did you eventually get a room in that house?
Yeah.
Well, that's darn funny.
Why?
Well, they wouldn't even answer the door to me. Never mind, I got a room a couple of streets away. Perhaps they were saving the room, especially for you and your friend.
Why do you say that?
No reason. Just something to say. Hey, you look like somebody in need of a friend, and I'm a very friendly fellow.
It's nothing.
From a woman, that always means it is something.
It's just crazy, that's
Well, try me.
Well, it's that house. It gives me the creeps.
Well, then move.
I can't.
Why?
Well, that'd be silly. The place is fine. The rent is ridiculously low.
Well, then what is it?
I don't know. I can't put my finger on it.
Just the architecture. Well, those old Victorian places, they seem to have a fustiness all their own. Full of nooks and crannies and memories.
Maybe that is it. The atmosphere.
I'll let you know. Well, you are going to ask me back for a drink sometime, aren't you?
An art student?
An art scholarship.
Well, what's the difference?
Well, anybody can be an art student. An art scholarship means that... Well, it means that somebody believes you have talent enough to support you and develop it.
Well, what time's he arriving?
About a half an hour. You're doing in there? Come out here right now.
What's going on?
Look in there.
What?
Look in there. I just found him in there looking at me in the bathroom. Now that's ridiculous. I mean, a little boy like that is...
I'll take care of him. Don't you worry. I'll take care of him. You come with me, young man. Come on.
Now, what do you mean by this? You've really done it this time, haven't
Jonathan, how could you?
Come on, inside we go.
That's scary. Would you let him in, please?
Well, are you sure you want to see him just now?
Yeah, I'll be all right.
Okay.
Hello, I'm...
Gary Masters. Yes, I know. Chrissy told me all about you. I'm
Gillian Pemberton. Yes, I know. Chrissy told me.
Well, come right this way.
Well, I don't feel it.
Feel what?
The air of pervading evil.
I can see Chrissy's been telling you lots of things.
All I detect is the air of mustiness. A few open windows would soon cure it.
I don't know. It just might be a poltergeist lurking somewhere. Do you know I've lost 3 pairs of underwear in the last 2 days? Well, you can laugh. Girl can catch an awful cold.
Hi. I've solved the problem.
I'll be with you in a minute, Gary.
About the house, I know what's wrong with it. It's dead as a dodo. Died a long time ago. Could be revived, though. Some bright paint, truckload of new furnishings, or even better, a good demolition gang. You've been crying.
Would you like a cup of coffee?
What's wrong, Chrissy?
There's been a nasty incident.
What, here?
Yes.
Well, tell me about it, Chrissy.
Well, there's this kid next door.
Yes, there's a kid next door. And a poor little kitten. full house.
Hey, you are in a state. Come on, sit down. What's been happening?
Well, Chrissy went in to take a bath.
And?
Well, there was this kid looking.
Looking?
Through a hole in the wall, a peeping Tom, you know.
Oh, well, that's a rotten thing. Look, it could have been worse. I mean, it was just a kid.
Well, what about the other things? What about the kitten that was...
Oh, it fell from the window.
Oh, what about the people then? Those marvelous, marvelous, marvelous people.
What do you mean?
Haven't you noticed? Marvelous. That's the #1 adjective around here. Marvelous. Don't you remember it's going to be a marvelous day? We're going to be marvelously happy here. Even that poor little kitten was marvelous.
Hey,
Don't you understand?
You've got to take it easy. Come on.
Gary, I'm sorry. Please, just leave me alone.
Put her to bed or something. I'll call her in the morning. Ciao.
Look, Chrissy, wait.
Look, Jillian, I know that you can think I'm crazy, and this is illogical and irrational, but we've got to get out of this house.
Oh, Chrissy,
We do.
we just...
I don't know what it is, but I feel it. It's something wrong.
Listen,
We've got to get
just
out of here
arrived.
before it's too late, really. Now tell me we can go. We'll pack up today.
All right. Okay, don't get so upset.
I'm sorry.
We'll leave if you want to leave.
Okay.
Let's wait until the end of the month, then. We're all paid up until then.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Oh, Chrissy, the end of the month. We'll leave then, I promise, eh?
All right.
Okay.
Good morning.
Good morning. You look very pretty this morning.
Thank you.
Very pretty.
Good morning. I believe you rent rooms here.
Yes, I don't know if there's anything available right now.
I'm not looking for a room. I just wanted to talk to whoever runs this place.
Oh, well, that's Mrs. Oxy. Come in, please. Mrs. Oxy. Mrs. Oxy. I'm sorry, I guess she isn't here right now.
Oh, then maybe you could help me. Does this girl live here?
No.
And you never saw her before?
No, sorry.
Oh, well, it wasn't much of a hope.
Who is she?
It's my daughter, Sally.
Is she missing?
Well, not exactly. She left home about a year ago. There'd been a row and she left home. Then, a couple of months ago, she wrote to me and I was foolish. I was still angry with her. I tore the letter up and now I'd like to contact her again and make it up to her.
Well, you think she might have stayed here?
Well, the address was somewhere in this area. I remember that. It was a rooming house, a nice place. She said over and over in her letter how marvelous it was.
Marvelous? She said it was marvelous.
Yes.
Maybe she did stay here. Before me, I haven't been here very long. There's someone else I can ask. Colonel Wright! Colonel Wright! I guess he's in the bath. Listen, why don't you leave the picture with me and I'll ask Mrs. Oxy about it tonight.
Well, that's very kind of you. You can reach me at this number. My name's Thurston, by the way. Harold Thurston.
Okay. Oxy,
Yes, my dear.
could you come in just a minute, please?
Certainly.
Mrs. Oxy, a man came by here this morning. You weren't home.
Oh. Well, no matter. As you know, we have no more rooms vacant at the moment.
His name was Thurston.
Oh, yes.
Well, he was looking for his daughter. He thought she might have stayed here.
Thurston. No, I don't think so.
Well, he left a picture of her.
Oh. Such a pretty girl.
She stayed here then.
Of course not. Such a pretty girl. If she had, I should have remembered.
You know, since you told me about peeping Jonathan, I don't feel safe in that bathroom anymore. I don't mind kids getting sex education early, but I do object to being in the textbook. Who's that?
A girl Mrs. Oxy says never stayed here. I've just shown her to her and she denies ever having seen her.
Denies. Now what bee has crawled into your bonnet?
Look it. What do you see hanging around that girl's neck?
What's a locket or a pendant of some kind?
Right. This pendant.
It could be. Oh, it's too small to tell.
Well, what about this? Julie, we always thought that was some kind of joke. What if it wasn't?
You're not going to start all that over again, are you?
Have you noticed that none of the other tenants ever get any mail?
Now
Nobody
look,
but us.
Chrissy,
And another thing, have you ever seen any of them go out? I mean, actually go out into the cold light of day.
Of course they go out.
When? Name me one occasion.
Well, I don't recall exactly, but they have to go out, don't they?
And Marvelous. And the man upstairs
look,
that we
I'm
never
tired
see.
of it all. I'm going to bed.
Jillian,
What?
there's something else.
What?
This. That's Mr. C leaving his den at last. The door's locked or something.
Oh, it can't be.
Oh, I can't get it open. Oh!
Well, look, the door must have stuck. Why don't we just forget it? I've got to get some sleep.
Jillian. Jillian. Jillian.
Jillian? Jillian, what is it? What is it?
What's up? She been walking in her sleep?
Yeah, I guess so.
Can't be nasty waking them when they're sleepwalking. Better get her back to bed.
Come on. It's all right.
She looks all right. Better keep the door locked, though. Or put her shoes close to hand.
Yeah. Thanks.
Don't mention it. After all, what are neighbors for?
Do you know her? Do you know her?
No. Pretty, though. Very pretty.
I know Mrs. Oxy was lying. Thank you. I know Elgar was lying, too. I'm sure he recognized your daughter.
But why would he lie?
Well, that's something for the police to find out.
Not until I've seen this Oxy woman. I must find out the truth from her first.
Well, I'm sure the police could find
I've
out.
already seen them weeks ago. They have Sally listed as a missing person. They told me nearly 1,000 young girls go missing every year. Did you know that?
Well, I don't see what that has to
Nearly
do
1,000. And most of them disappear voluntarily because they want to, because they're in trouble. Yes, the oldest kind of trouble a girl can get into. They disappear and discreetly have their baby, or they abort it in some back room somewhere, usually with the help of an older woman, a woman who specializes in that sort of thing.
Mrs. Oxy?
Well, it seems likely, doesn't it? It would explain why she doesn't want to admit Sally ever stayed at the house. I must see Mrs. Oxy and face her with it. Well, thank you for all your help. I'll call you and let you know how I got on.
Yeah, please do.
Hello? Anyone home? Hello? Who is it? Is it Mrs. Oxy?
Why don't you just face the fact that he's not home? He must have tried at least 10 times tonight.
He said he'd call.
If he had anything to tell you. He hasn't. Ciao, see you tonight.
Bye. house is evil.
And you need to get away from it. Now, what do you say? This weekend, eh? Get away, be with people, and have some fun for a change. And then come back and look at the house with a cold, clear eye.
I can't leave Julia.
Well, I'll invite her, too.
I don't think she could go. She's got an exam coming up.
Okay, so she stays behind. Well, what difference does it
I
make?
don't want to leave her alone in that house, Gary. Don't you understand that?
Chrissy, if you examine that last remark, you'll have to admit it's a pretty foolish one. We could make an early start tomorrow morning. I'll call for you at 9.
Gary,
Look, I'm not taking no for an answer, Chrissy. I'll call for you at 9, and you'll be ready, won't you?
I guess so.
That's better.
I think it's a great idea. Get you out of yourself. Out of this cloud you're under. What time's he coming?
About a half an hour. Jillian, are you sure you're going to be all right?
Don't start all that again. Here. I'm not a child, you know.
I know, but listen, it's just for tonight. And I'll be back tomorrow. And if you need me for anything...
Need you? What do I need you for? What do you think's going to happen to me? Tell me. I wish there was a chance of something exciting happening.
Listen, if you don't want me to go, I won't go.
Look, tell you what. I really want you to go.
But if you...
Chrissy!
All right, I won't say any more. Oh, he's early.
How do you know it's him? It's him.
Mm-hmm. You'll wake up the whole house.
Take Gabriel's trumpet to do that.
Come on in, I'm just about ready.
Who's this old boy?
I don't know, just painting.
No, he's part of the house.
Why do you say that?
No reason. Just feel he is, that's all. Hi. Beautiful.
Ha! Hey, thanks.
For what?
Taking her away for a while.
Hey, sounds there, you trust me.
Well, I do.
About the worst thing you could say to a man.
I'm ready.
Fine.
Mr. C.
Who's he?
The man upstairs.
Oh, the one with the long nose.
What?
He's always watching when I come to the house. At least, must be him. Someone peeping out of the top window.
Have you seen him?
I was aware of someone.
Jillian,
You're leaving, and you're going to have a fantastic time. Here, here's your coat. Lovely. Yes. I'll be fantastic. Bye, love.
come in.
Hello, John.
Hello. If I'd known, I'd have brought a couple of shirts.
The more the merrier.
Slaving away? That's no way to spend a Saturday.
Well, I'm open to ideas.
Doing this all on your own? No Chrissy to help?
She's gone away for the weekend.
No, that is too bad. I came to give you both an invitation. I'm having a little celebration later on. Just a drink or two. Too bad Chrissy will miss it. But I can count on you, can't I?
Well, I do have some studying to catch up on. But...
An hour or so won't make much difference, will it?
No, I guess not. I'd love to come. What time?
Oh, say 2 o'clock. What the French would call a soirée.
Garage are going to send out a tow truck. It may take a while. Would you like a drink whilst we're waiting?
Yeah, thank you.
Julian, do come in. You look marvelous, Julian. Marvelous.
We all here then?
I shouldn't have left Jillian.
I knew that's what was bothering
Gary,
you.
she's alone there.
Oh, sure, quite alone. With people living on every floor. Look, didn't we have an agreement? A quiet, relaxed weekend, and not one word about that darned house.
I'm sorry.
Look, I want you to be happy, not sorry. Nothing can happen to Jillian. She's safe amongst a house full of people.
Oh, it is so nice to have all my dear friends together at once.
The united body.
Not quite. There's an absentee. Mr. C. Absentee, Mr. C.
Poor man.
Shouldn't he be here?
I'm afraid he never leaves his room.
Never.
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 Never. But we keep him in touch with the outside world.
We do his living for him, don't we?
Yes, I suppose we do.
But you were right to remind us of him, my dear. We can't leave him out of our little celebration, can we?
No point without him.
Celebration? You know, you haven't yet told me what we're celebrating.
Why you, Gillian? You.
Me?
We really ought to have Mr. C join in.
At least send him up a drink.
What a good idea. And Gillian shall take it to him.
He'll like that. He likes a pretty girl. Oh, yes. He does like 'em pretty.
He adores them.
You won't mind taking something up to him, will you?
Oh, no. I won't mind. Never thought I'd get a chance to see him.
You were destined to see him, my dear.
And today's the day. Marvelous.
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 Marvelous!
And you shall go now. Take this to Mr. C.
They're going to tow the car in. It's not far, apparently. Better you wait here, don't you think? We're better than standing round in a garage. I'll go with them and pick the car up as soon as it's fixed, okay?
Okay.
I'll be as quick as I can.
Beer, please, Charlie. Make it quick. I have to be in town to pick up the old man.
Excuse me. Did you say we're going into town?
Yes.
Could I hitch a ride with you?
Sure, why not?
Thank you. I have to write a note. I'll just be a minute, all right?
Go on, Julian. He's waiting.
Had to go back.
Jillian. Mr. Elgar. Mr. Elgar, is Jillian in there with you? Mrs. Oxy? Mrs. Oxy? Colonel Wright? Mrs. Oxy! Mrs. Oxy!
Miss Morton.
Oh, Mr. Thurston. Mr. Thurston, in a cellar.
I know.
We've got to call the police.
I've already done that, but before they arrive, there's something you have to see. Upstairs. Come on.
Is your daughter?
Yes, she's down there too.
There must be others, all those trunks.
Come on.
Mr. Thurston, I don't see why.
Thurston is dead. Oh, yes. You saw him, spoke to him. But you saw what I wanted you to see, what I willed you to see. But he is dead, really dead. Like Oxy, Elgar, the others, they are all long dead. And yet, they exist.
This is a nightmare. A terrible nightmare.
No, this is real. Everything about you is real. I am real.
There's a house here.
Empty. Just a shell. It has no more substance than a spider's web. You have been the most difficult until now. Your will against mine. And you sensed things. Sensed them with an extraordinary perception. It was different once, this house. Very different. Coaches rattle to the door. Pretty women. Soiree. But that was long ago. 1852, to be precise. September. 1852. That was when I retired to this room. Yes, more than 100 years ago.
Retired to this room. You?
I am very old, you see. And clever. And time has been on my side. And I have made it so.
Oxy and Elgar.
You saw them because I wanted you to see them. Like Thurston just now. I willed him upon you. I told you I was clever. And I am the living proof of it. Living. Of course, there is good and evil in every man. But I am a Courtney. And you will find a Courtney involved in every black mass since the days of civilization. We Courtneys have been imbued with more than our share of evil. Good and evil. But good is such a poor, pious thing. Who could possibly survive on good alone? But evil, it is the stuff of life itself. It is vital, alive, immortal, for those who have found the way, and I have found the way. Eternal life through the infinite power of evil. Through the rich black arts, the devil himself breathed upon my chilled cheek and gave me eternal life. I have embraced him and he me. I exist and will exist. until that final trump when Satan emerges to claim his very own.
No. Those people were real. I saw them. I knew them.
And through them you knew me. Oh, yes. They were real once. Each and every one of them lived under this roof, my roof. But they are gone now. And all that remains is what I choose shall remain. The darker side of their souls. Those vile, black, hidden things. These have become my inheritance. Oxy, Elgar, the Patricks, all long dead, and yet they live on through me, through my imagination. And yours. Through my great hallucinatory powers, they actually exist again. Not as ghosts, wraiths, but with substance. So that they become real, tangible. And they actually exist again, through me. Marvelous. Marvelous. In the beginning was the Word. In the beginning was Lucifer, Beelzebub, old Nick himself. And in the end shall be old Nick and me, the last of the Courtneys. My influence shall endure forever. I am very old. And yet, I remain young. Can't you guess my secret? I steal from others. I steal the life of others. You must not mind too much, my dear. You will live on, you see, through me.
Live on, I swear it.
Can't destroy me. Will live on. Live on.
Well, that makes 9 so far. We haven't even started looking yet.
It's over. It's all over. Chrissy, all that nonsense about him living on, forget it. It's finished. Courtney can't touch you anymore.
That's marvelous. Marvelous.